Welcome to the Mother-Daughter-ish podcast.
Your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
Let's talk about it. I gotta admit, mother and daughter are always greater when they're together. Everything's better. Mother and daughter, oh, they're the greatest duo. Mother and daughter, oh, they're the greatest duo.
Another great stop to share with you. I think you found this location, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I found them through Instagram. But I also know that they do like Korean festivals and stuff, which I missed. So I know I had to come at least, experience what the Korean corn dogs taste like. It was pretty new for me. I know from learning experience, if you ever go to a Korean corn dog place, let them know that you want the actual corn dog, hot dog wiener in it. Because they'll assume you just want cheese if you just tell them fill it with cheese. So otherwise, it was good though.
Well, they actually on the menu had 5 choices, and the first one was the beef, and then all the other ones. And I wish they had one where it was mixed, but we missed the Korean festival because it rained that day, remember?
Oh.
And we were going to come out here, and we didn't get to come about 30 minutes away from us on a street called Bel Air, where a lot of the Asian markets, Vietnamese markets, Chinese food, all kinds of things are. I like to kind of hang out over here because I like trying different types of things, but I got what they call the classic.
Yeah.
And it had a nice, something different about it than your average go to Sonic and get a corn dog.
Right.
It had a crispy, crunchy type of layer on top of the corn dog, which it wasn't like panko crispy.
I want to say it might be like pancake mix. Like
you know what? It could be like
fried.
the biscuit, right?
Yeah, deep fried.
Yeah, that's right. It just didn't have that.
Because when you bite into
taste.
it, it's bready like it's a deep fried pancake.
Right. Mine was very, very delicious. The mustard and the ketchup that they had was very nice. But one thing I noticed about this location is that they are heavy into sugar. Because they put sugar on everything, and then they put sugar on your tater tots, and just sugar. And I did not get that on my items because I didn't want to taste it, but you could just taste from the residue of everything that they're using. That they're using sugar. We're sitting in the car right now, just making this program for you, and we're watching somebody trying to get into a park, and I'm glad we're not parked next to them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, but it was very, very interesting. Now, do be prepared for a couple of things. Be prepared that there may not be convenient parking.
Right.
Be prepared to eat your food in your car, because there is no place to eat in there unless you sit on the benches that they have, which is really just for you to pick up your order, not necessarily for you to sit down and eat. Now, I will say one thing too. The bathroom was very, very clean. The location was clean. Matter of fact, when we walked in there, they were cleaning. We're laughing so hard right now because this lady is about to run her car into one of these stores, seems like. But anyway, this is why we like to be out and about, because you just might see any old thing. But be prepared to eat in your car. If you're not comfortable with that, then maybe take it home and put it in the oven and re-crisp it up for you and everything. But I thought it was a pretty interesting experience. If you had to grade it on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you give it?
I would say close to a 5, mainly because I didn't have the hot dog wiener inside, but it was good and different. I think you could tell that their batter is very sweet, it has sugar in it. So I don't like sweet corn dogs, I guess. I really don't like corn dogs, period, but I had to try it.
Or a sweet meal,
Yeah, I don't like sugar in any of my food like that.
But I thought it was a really good one-time experience to just kind of check it out. And also, something else we saw in the same strip center where the Two Hands corn dog place was, Korean corn dog place was, there were a lot of other places to try. Yep, they had a puff pastry place. What? The tea place?
Tea and dessert place.
There was a chicken place. What was it called?
I don't even know. It was literally every store on that strip.
Every store. You could literally start at one end, have lunch, then have a dinner, and then you can top it off with a little dessert.
Right.
That would be pretty interesting. Now, even though the parking was not plentiful in front of the store, they do have a covered parking garage.
Yeah.
I thought that was really neat because most of the time you go to some places, you just don't get a park. And you either walk further or you're just not going to get a park, and that's just and I've been places where I couldn't get a park and I just basically just leave, because if I can't get a park, I'm not going to do a whole lot of extra. So that's just me. But
Yeah,
on a scale from 1 to 10, you said what?
about 5.
About a 5. I would say the same. I would say that I definitely would go to Yelp and give them, some good stars. I would definitely tell people that ask, we get questions all the time about what to visit in Houston and eat. And I think this was a good experience. But I just must really say that Bel Air from one end to the next is an experience.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm talking about the Asian, Korean, Chinese side of Bel Air, not the other side where there's the hospitals and the big homes and all that. I'm talking about this area where you could just kind of start on the right side of the street and spend half of your day, and then the left side of the street you could literally spend the rest of your day and make it what I call like an outing. I remember we used to come over to Harwin if we wanted to shop, and we would just look all day long. It would just be so many different, what I like to call them is variety shops. Like I'm looking right here at a bistro. There's a lot of different tea shops. We're getting ready to check out some other things that are in the area, and we're pretty excited about everything that we're kind of finding. And I'm really enjoying going to places for the first time, even though you and I have on our list to go to Velvet Taco.
Yeah.
You've had it, but I haven't. So I think if you're willing to give it a second experience, it's worth it.
Oh yeah, especially for sure. It'll feel like my first time again.
Right.
Because I'm sure we're gonna go to a different location than the one I went to.
Oh, they have more than one?
Yes, they have. Oh man, other than the Heights, they have Memorial, if I'm not mistaken. But they have like 2 or 3 locations in Houston, if I'm not mistaken.
You wouldn't want to go back to the one in the Heights, because that's kind of weird.
No, I went to Montrose. That's when I went to Montrose.
Now, Montrose be popping though.
Yeah, Montrose, Heights, and then.
And if we go on a Friday, it's really gonna be nice.
Yeah, we're just a weekend period.
Yeah, weekend period. You're right about that. But if you visit Houston, I would suggest that you would go on to Google and type in things to do in Houston, and then if you want to get very specific with culture, I would type in whatever that culture is that you're interested in, because one thing about us, we have an area for every single culture. So it doesn't matter what type of food you would want or what type of experience you would want. Just type in whatever city you're going to go to, type in that particular type of culture or food or experience you want, and I'm telling you, you will get it. You will find that area. I know I'll type in particular areas and I go find that area. If I want a certain something, I know where to go get it.
Yeah.
Just like I asked your brother, he's in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I was saying, if I come there and I do a gumbo, there's certain things that I need in my gumbo that y'all not going to have at the grocery store. And he was like what? So I gave him a list. And I was like, son, can you find the hood for me and let me know? Because next time I come, I'll go over there and get what I need. He was like, yeah, I don't know where that is.
I don't in that area, because I've only watched a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Like how that area looks, there's not really a hood. And if it is, it's it's not really a hood. Like what we see in Houston.
There just has to be.
No.
A big city like that has to have a hood. I've never been to a big city.
Maybe on the outskirts,
Salt Lake
but not
is a
Salt
big.
Lake.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the same thing though.
Yeah, but if you gotta drive far to get some ingredients, that's a problem.
It's not just ingredients, but if I wanted catfish,
That's a problem if you can't find it in no area you're going to.
he literally told me I wouldn't be able to.
Catfish?
He said I would not be able to find catfish where he was unless I went out somewhere and got it.
Like a restaurant, or?
I'm talking about if I wanted to cook it at the house for him.
That
Yeah,
is
so
sad.
anyway, we are enjoying just kind of exploring, and I am just so excited for our trip that we have coming up to California. And we already have putting our list together, and we're just excited about it. And so we hope that you've enjoyed our trip to Two Hands. We're going to make sure we've got enough great pictures up for you to see, and we'll show you the map where you can find it if you find yourself coming to Houston. But anything else?
I would say I would recommend getting a spicy dog. It wasn't really spicy, it was just coated with hot Cheetos. And then the potato dog that most people see, it's kind of like just cut up French fries all over the corn dog. But overall, I give it about a 5.
That first one you had cut up Cheetos on it? I didn't see it.
Like chopped up, the red stuff was chopped up Cheetos.
So they probably put it in a blender and make it like a sauce or something like that. Was it hot?
No.
Okay. Oh well. I've been seeing a lot of people using Cheeto residue. I wouldn't call it residue because I see them put it in the blender and then it turns into just like floury something. I've been seeing a lot of people kind of coating their food with it. I don't know if I would like it or not like it. It just depends. I didn't know that you had that on there. Okay. Well, we hope you enjoyed. Make sure that you check out what we're doing every Saturday. Make sure you subscribe. What else do they need to do?
Turn the notifications on. For sure. And subscribe. Turn notifications on and share. Tell every woman you know.
Tell every woman you know about mother-daughter-ish. Bye for now.
Bye.